Good evening. This is somewhat of a live test stream. See if everything is working. And see if I can remember what to do. Say good evening to chat. Put my monitor up. Let me know if things are not working or if they are working. It's been a while already. And tonight I'm just trying out to see if everything is still up and running. Let's move to the code window to see if that's working. Currently in GitHub, reading some information about one of the Blazor add-in issues. If we go to the issues of the Office add-in samples, is the invoke method async function disabled in Blazor 7 release candidate or 8 preview 5? Open the sample here. This sample from my friend from France, Raoul. Let's open my Visual Studio, see my existing project is still available maybe. I updated the Visual Studio to the latest preview version. Let's check what the current runtime is. .NET list runtimes. Version 8 preview 4. And what was mentioned in here? No, this is go back. The other window. Version 5. There's a way to install the latest version. .NET. Winget something like this. Copy. Close this again. You have 705, 707, 616, 618. This will install preview 5. not sure what the last time was that I was live streaming, but it's been a long time ago, I think. Has a lot to do with the things that I had events on Thursday evening with my work, and we had some soccer finales that we actually lost. Too bad. Hey, one lion. Good evening. Back in town. I'm also part of the 5 a.m. club these days. Waking up at 5 a.m. Yeah, happy to see you as well, like this week. It is finished already? No, it's not finished. I think this will be a little bit of a short stream, and I'm hoping to get back on the flow. I'd have to push myself to do that because I'm really tired in the evening because of waking up at 5. The 4:30 club. Oh, are you the 4:30 club, really? The downside of the 5 a.m. club is, or is yours 4:30 p.m.? The downside of the 5 a.m. Club is that in the evening you also have to go back to your bed way earlier than first alarm goes at 4:06. Well, that's a strange time. Like a random time. Mine is exactly 5, and then I have a repeat of like 9 minutes later, but I never repeat. Actually, ever since I started the joining the 5 a.m. club, waking up before 5. Yeah, going to bed at 9 o'clock, but the downside is that it's terribly light outside. I have trouble getting to sleep. I found if I set my alarm to a non-zero 5 number, yeah, I do a better job of getting up. Also need the first alarm to start waking me up. Yeah, that's interesting because your body, at least my body is getting used to getting up early. And so I kicked myself out of bed at the first sound of media, or basically my phone. And I'm getting up, walking over to the gym. Do something like an hour of all kinds of things, rowing or what's it called, the elliptical thingy, or weights every other day, and then having some breakfast and then starting to work. That's, well, having a shower first, otherwise it would be very smelly. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. There's my mouse. Oh. .NET list runtimes. Now we have preview 5. Let's see if we can get rid of the old 6 and 7 items. Control. Access and hygiene, like 7:30. That's 3 hours later. So what's in between? Watching YouTube? Can we Oh, there's a preview version. Oh, you're working in between. Well, the benefit is that it's really, really quiet at that time. And you used to do live streaming of your work, but that's, I guess that's not allowed, is what you said in this live stream. I'm definitely not allowed to do that. Well, let's keep this in for now. Let's see if the old project is still working. Yeah, it's too bad. It was actually great fun if you are allowed to stream for your work. Combining the work with your pleasure. Which one is the one that was most recent? Well, let's just go into the issue that was provided by Raoul. Code, clone this. Repos. Why is it just below my screen? Make directory 2023 06 22 already. Summertime 2023 06 22. Let's clone that in. CD Excel. Excel. Let's close this one. And open the solution. What are you working on? Yes, I'm basically in RPA these days. And I'm actually not doing anything with it because I have a team in India that's doing the interesting stuff that I'm not allowed to do anymore. So I'm more like a people manager these days. A lot of meetings and documentation and whatnot. Basically, that's the reason why I do this, because I like to code and I don't code at my work anymore. RPA. There's a new term for that. RPA is sometimes they now call it IPA, RPA. Robotic process automation. That's basically the dumb version, and we are using UiPath for that. There's a Forrester report. Everything's marketing these days. It's basically pretending that you're a user and doing all these things in an automated manner. But there's also the smart way. And that's obviously using IA, and they call that IPA, and that's not a beer. Intelligent process automation. And UiPath apparently is also into that. but I haven't seen too much of that yet. So it's not really programming, that's one thing, and I have a team working for us to do that. And the result is that I'm always in meetings and always writing documentation systems and whatnot. So this is much more fun to do. Don't tell my boss, because otherwise they kick me out. Let's see what happens if we just press F5 if it's working or not. It's building. That's a good sign. After the stream or tomorrow, I need to check my recordings to see if actually everything is in the right balance or not. There's the application. Where is the button? There's this. I know this is his add-in. I'm not doing a contract as well as my normal day job. What's normal? So still programming all day, but getting paid for most of it now. That's the good news. Someone needs to put the bread on the table. What's this? Open? Nothing. We in it? It's not working. Open. Or is this in break mode maybe? Oh, there's something happening here. See? Oh yeah, I do remember he is going through 3 stages because there's a reason for that. So salary W2 full-time job, then a contract through my company. That's a 1099. Is that like all US terminology, like the like tax forms, or what are these? Google. That's the interesting thing of foreign, well, for me, foreign things. Job. Contract W2 worker is an individual who works as an employee for a staffing company or other intermediate contracted. Oh yeah. So there's someone in the middle and you do another job that you arranged on your own. Small business job. So yeah, self-employed. 1099. Yeah, so basically with the W2 you're hired through an intermediate business or person, I think, and the other one you did yourself, but in self-employed you have to handle your own taxes and things like that, unemployment stuff, if that's affordable. In the Netherlands, if you have if you're self-employed, it's basically it's impossible to get an insurance, or if you get sick or something, because it's more expensive to pay the fees for the insurance than just saving the money. So there's actually something happening here, and this is in the JavaScript file. But he's rerouting, I think, from what I remember, is going into the index Blazor file through index HTML. And this is the entry point before start. Did we see that? In any case, I'm listening, but I need to bring a box inside from the porch. They probably are stealing it right now. This is the Lancer. It's a French guy, so Lancer Cheney 30. Hello, Scott. Scott from Denmark. I was looking for this. That's in there. Yes, it's rerouting through the JavaScript on the Blazor page. Actually, it's been that long not streaming that I have to recollect everything from memory again. Even the project what Raoul was presenting in his error on GitHub, I have to get my memory back again on that. So he's doing 3 steps, I think. This is the call static local component. That's in there. I gotta go again. My game just started. Valorant. And where does it start? Is that on the console? Oh, okay. Well, have fun. Going to check out what Valorant is. 5 against 5, okay. It's like a Riot Games. Oh. Interesting. Nice graphics. I'm going to make a note of that and see if I can do something with that in the weekend. Five v5. Thanks for stepping by, Scott. Maybe next time. Maybe in a game or something. So much fun things to do. I was going back to the application here. So it's a 3-step thing. This is feedback, rating, activity. I think he moved away already. Stepping in, stepping out. What's this? Feedback, rating, activity, data to pass the service. Let's first have a look at the manifest to see what is triggered by the buttons. Also strange because I used to be in dark mode and all of a sudden it's now in white mode. Not stealing, not worried about getting stolen either. Blue Apron. So yeah, we have something similar. We have Hello Fresh. Is that also something in the US? That's in Dutch. Oh, it's even in Japan. What? United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Sweden, Norway. Oh, it's also in Denmark, Scott, France, Italy, New Zealand, and Japan, Spain, and Ireland. Yeah, where not? And what's the other one? Yours is Blue Apron. I think that's typical American. Yeah, only not on the islands. US and Mexico. It looks like United States only. Ship anywhere. 48 contagious. How do you pronounce that? Contagious? It's not contagious, that's something else. The produce comes from Mexico, yeah, but that's probably cheaper than if you get it from the US. Contiguous. I also have something like do something this and then let's see if that's working.
Contiguous United States. Please note we aren't able.
Fun. It's like a natural voice these days. Even there's AI. So no Blue Apron for us here. Well, they have fresh meal delivery kits, but nothing here. I think. Too bad. The HelloFresh is that's a big one, but I tend to find it rather expensive. Can buy a whole box of food for the same amount of money. The benefit, obviously, is that that the recipes are ready to go. Where's the button that we have in the application? Like we have an open, re-init, and save. Open. There's save. Open is calling ouvrir. Interesting, yes. Localization in this application. So is there only French? You see, yes, all these French strings in here, but it's actually not showing, I think. Activates or deactivates no string. Suppress all the building data. So the strings that you see here are English. You get the right amount of food and you have very little waste. That's true. I wonder how many people really care if they have a lot of leftovers, if the pricing is the same. So where is the English version? Oh, I see how it works, because the default one is like the English one, and the French locale is activé ou réactive no dollar. Anyway, the first button was something like Is that the first button? Re-init? That's this one. The re-init should give the task pane, I think. But it's not doing that. There's so many issues with French in our app because the translation often much longer than the, yeah, indeed, it doesn't fit your dialogues or your screen real estate. Also, there's a lot of things like these nice characters with these thingies on top. The accent EQ is something thingies. Yeah, also with Denmark, there's this like the O with the slash through. That's a re-init button. Suspender, that's not used, I guess. That's this one. And this is first one. Access group. This one. Someone's needing to make the wrap text, but and yeah, also because if you're wrapping, you also have a different height on your thingies, and that's also sometimes overlapping the other ones. Actually, with SAML. So like the SAML UI, that was automatically growing. What's a WPF? A SAML designer. That's a long time ago. Yeah, I can imagine. I actually think that's the benefit of having Blazor. You don't have to hassle with all these HTML stuff. Well, it's a bit like HTML, but where is the first one? Activates or deactivates. Let's find it through that. Activates or deactivates this one, so it's using this string. That's this one, and indeed it's the open button. Interesting, the ID is ouvrir. That's the French version, so if I go to this one, the resource ID label for this button, it will show this open, and that's actually the ouvrir function. And this is calling what? The Lancet chain. I think that's something like a chain of commands, maybe. Oh. Do you speak French? Chain throw. Is that in Dutch? Ketting gooien. Oh. We had a little bit of French in school. So usually in the Netherlands you are enforced to have like 3 years of French, German, English and Dutch. And then but I kicked it out as soon as possible. So languages is not my thing. It's much better in math and things like that. Chemical things. Well, the benefit obviously is that we are not that far apart from like Disneyland Paris, and that's kind of strange. That's the Disneyland in French. So you have the Mickey Mouse talking French, and that's really annoying. Disney should be like English, but yeah. I imagine that like Disneyland in China or Japan, it's also like Chinese or Japanese. Japanese talking Mickey Mouse. So this is the function. Let's find that. Oh, I already found that. In here. That's the JavaScript function. That's triggered. It's calling the static local component. It's throwing it, and then it's trying to create an object reference. The question is it doing that? That one, invoke method async, local function. Where's the local function? That should be the one. I think on this one. No? What's this old Blazor? Why is that old Blazor? Oh, that's basically my function, I guess. There's local function. 1, 2, 3. Is that also returning in the output? There. Let's see if we can put a break. That's not a breakpoint. And that was basically what I mentioned in the GitHub issue in here. Where was the complaining? Well, that's not the right one. Debugging Blazor add-in project. That is impossible to break on C# and like JavaScript. The thing is that if you close this one, stop that, don't save. Don't remember much of it. Yours is end, ours is 3 years or so, of at least one other languages. Oh yeah, Spanish, French, yeah, I guess Spanish is much more, because like much more Spanish talking people in, well, we do have Spanish talking people, but because we have Spain, but every country in Europe almost has its own language. We have the Germans in Germany, French, France, the UK. I'm not sure if it's, yeah, that's English. Dutch in the Netherlands. We have Polish. You have Ukraine. Well, that's theoretically still not Europe, but they're on their way, I guess. So what I was saying in the reply in here, that I found that if you run Visual Studio as an admin, so probably also need to do this. Run as admin. data, repos, 2022, 306 22. CD Excel solution. That should trigger also the admin Fish Studio from here. Let's run it, F5. And now the debugger is disabled, I guess. Got it. Open. There's no task pane, but let's look at the output here. So now the first time there's no output, but if I press this again, still no output. That's interesting. Let's see if we can put a break in here somewhere. No. But it also is not showing any task pane. Because I would expect something like... There's nothing. Oh, there is something in here. It implements async disposable with some framework is using 7. Wasm enabled threads. Let's pick the other one from there. Code. Copy. The dot. Clone that. CD Office add-in. CD samples. CD Blazor. CD Excel. Excel. Is a solution. Now this will be confusing because it's the same name, but this is my add-in using .NET 6. Let's check that. Yes, this is .NET 6. Stop this and try to run this one. There's giving an error. It's loading. It's a slow restart, I guess. This is from the last time. Let's restart that. Hello world, that's working. Bubble chart. Create a table. Create a bubble chart. There you are. Nice bubble chart. The thing is that Raoul wanted to implement something in the ribbon. So don't save this one and then close this one as well. So .NET 6 seems to be working. Stop debugging, yes. Let's try to find the one that I created last time. Let's have a look. Let's start your studio first. Maybe it's in my recent files. 2022 preview. Pinned. I have this one pinned, so that's probably mine. On the 30th. Let's see if there's a ribbon item in there. I think it is. Let's run this. This creates this, the custom tab label thingy. Got it. So let's have a little bit output here. Show task pane function 1, function 2, function 3, function 4. I think only function 1 is implemented. But at least let's make this a little bit smaller so that's visible stream as well. That visible, yes. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, and it's actually breaking, so it's going to debug mode. That's interesting. First render. Why is it going into first render after all this time? I haven't done anything yet. Five. So if I click this one, it's going away, and then click the show task pane, it's returning. That's good. Function still alive. Then kick function in. And this is the tricky thing. Function 1 is failing. Make sure you have a network or that's not possible. Oh, and the task pane is also gone. So if I... now the task pane is there again. Loading, is it in debug? Nothing. Oh, still loading. Why is it still loading? I think we just lost. Oh, it's the server's gone. So stop this. Don't save. This one is. See, that's terminated. Thread pool worker destroyed. Let's run it again. Got it. Now it will probably run into debug here. It is enabling the debugger. The question is, why does it have this huge delay in there? Or did I put my delay in myself? Ever mentioned how cool it is to see Office add-ins being created using Blazor? One day, if I have the mental bandwidth, I'd love to hear how to get this set up so I can try making some as well. Well, the easy answer is just going into the Office Dev Office Add-in Samples repo by Microsoft. If you go in there, there's in this repo a samples section, and the sample section has 3 sample demos, one for Excel, one for Outlook, and one for Word. And that's basically the boilerplate. There's no template in Visual Studio, so we created some boilerplate projects in here. But the thing that's actually lacking on this one, and that's basically addressed by this Raul guy, is that the ribbon is not working in that sample, like this one. This ribbon appeared not to be working properly, and that's what I tried to fix. So when I get this up and running, then I probably will create some small demo video. Yes, I can share the URL there. So why is this? Did they update this text? Because they're missing the Outlook entry in here. So here you can actually see that this is created by me. And it's already over a year old. Can you see that? Wow. And it took quite some effort to get it in the official Microsoft repo. There's a lot of the hoops that you have to jump, like checking for that you don't have any offensive things in there or something like that. So it's screened over and over and over and over again. The licenses should be properly in place, that's fixed, and a lot more, like the documentation should be completely accurate. But I have a whole team reviewing this. Wow, it's 10:30 already, almost. I think I need to quit because I have to get up at 5 a.m. again. Let's wrap this up, and I'm going to check the recording to see if everything is recorded properly. It's good to be back again. Now I need to not save. Now I need to continue showing up again. So how can I do that? That I'm forcing myself to do this? Well, maybe you should put pressure on me, because maybe that would be a driver to actually show up. But it's mainly for my own development skills that because as you can see today, that I already took most of the time to just remember what I was doing. And that's not what I wanted. So let's go back to the main screen. Could just make feel like an obligation, but that's basically the same as going to the gym each morning. You need some pressure to do that, because I don't know, but I don't do that for fun. But it's super healthy and you feel good the full day. But when you have dinner when you finish your dinner, you're sitting on the couch and then I'm dropping over. Not for me, it's all intrinsic motivation. Yeah. Maybe I should join some discussion club to... hello, I'm Maarten, I have an addiction. Yeah, let's wrap this up. It was good to be back again, and hoping to see you next week again. And maybe you can force me to return then. See you later. Thanks for watching, showing up, and I'll be back. Where's my outro? Did I even show my intro file? I don't think so. I completely forgot that one, I think. Did I? Well, anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and see you next time again. Bye bye.